What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors Legends. In the last episode we took on the second mission of the Wind Waker Saga, the search for Sia. And in this video, well, we're going to move right along to mission number 3, Reclaiming the Darkness. I'm going to choose Link, but yeah, it really doesn't matter considering this game gives you the ability to swap between characters mid-mission, so it's kind of weird how they still like have this menu system.
Link, Lana, and Tetra heeded the ancient king's advice and headed for a place of great darkness. Tetra resolved to fight alongside Link and Lana until this world had returned to normal. For she knew she could not sit idly by if someone lurking in her own world was the reason behind these strange happenings. Upon nearing their destination, the trio could feel the power of the darkness grow stronger. As the darkness enveloped her, Lana began to strongly sense Sia's presence in the land.
Anyways, here we are in the Temple of Souls. Now, this mission is, it's a long one, so strap in. There's really not a whole lot we can do in this particular mission to speed things along, because very early on, basically, something is going to happen, and, we're going to have to protect a specific character for the entire length of this mission. So, more or less, this is a gauntlet style mission where there's going to be wave after wave after wave enemies, and all you need to do is make sure none of the heavy hitting targets reach the character you're protecting, and you'll pretty much be fine. So just prioritize the heavy hitting enemies or the larger enemies, and for the most part you should be fine through this mission. Like, it's really not too hard. It's just pretty lengthy because since it is like gauntlet based, you do need to wait for like every single wave. There's no way you can sort of do things ahead of time. Like, the game needs to trigger all of those different waves before you'll be able to get to like the final objective of this mission. So yeah, for the most part we're just going to be strung along as the game does everything that it needs to do. That being said, there are a couple of things that I guess I can talk about while we're doing it, because there's really not too much to say about this mission other than, you know, we need to just protect our main target once we get to that point. But yeah, hopefully we can do this as quickly as we can, because I've been very, very busy lately. Like, I've looked at my schedule and pretty much I need to, you know, make 3 or 4 videos every single day from now until like May 3rd, because I'm going on like 2 trips back to back, which normally I don't do, but it just so happens that with my like impromptu trip to PAX, I need to like pre-record videos for a while I'm away, and on top of that, I'm leaving on a family vacation on May 3rd for like 10 days, and I need to pre-record videos for that. And like, normally that wouldn't be that big of a deal, like if I was only doing Skyward Sword, but because I'm doing Skyward Sword, Hyrule Warriors Legends, and Star Fox will release pretty much the day after I leave for PAX, there's a whole lot of stuff that I want to like pre-record and get ready for the channel. Like, thankfully Nintendo did send me Star Fox Zero like a couple of weeks ago, so I've been playing through that game. I actually completed the main campaign already, and now I'm just trying to like find all the secret exits and stuff like that, because I want to do the Let's Play in like the same vein as my Star Fox 64 3D Let's Play, where I showed off like all the alternate exits and like secret missions and stuff like that. So I found a lot of them already, but I think there's maybe 1 or 2 that I haven't exactly found yet. I'm not really sure how to like find them, because I have a feeling they're there just by like, you know, seeing how the game sort of plays out. But because obviously the game's not out yet, there's no like online resource I can go to, or there's not a whole lot of people I can talk to about the game to help me sort of like figure those secrets. So it's basically all on me. Like, I have asked a few people that I know also got the game from Nintendo, but they don't actually know the answer either, so I'm still trying to figure that out. And that's basically what I'm spending a lot of like my time doing, is just sort of preparing for that Let's Play, because obviously I kind of want to have the entire thing recorded like before the game comes out. I know that's going to be a lot of work to do, but hopefully I can do. And if I can, that would be like a huge weight off my shoulder because, like I said, I'm leaving May 3rd on a family vacation, and I'm not too sure that I would have the time in between, like, getting back from PAX and leaving on that vacation to finish recording the game if I don't finish recording it before I leave for PAX. Like, that's the unfortunate, like, outcome of planning 2 trips very, very close to each other, is not giving myself enough room to really prepare for those videos, because, like, my main thing is I want to make sure I have Skyward Sword going up when it's supposed to. Like, I want to be consistent with Skyward Sword, and Hyrule Warriors Legends will actually finish up, well, I mean, probably tomorrow, because there's only going to be, like, 1 more mission after this one, so that's not really that big of a deal, but it's, it is eating up my recording time right now, and I need this extra time to work on, like, other videos in the future, specifically Skyward Sword and, you know, Star Fox. So hopefully I can pre-record enough Skyward Sword at the very least and have that, like, perfectly scheduled so those videos go up on time when they're supposed to, you know, and I don't miss, like, any episodes of Skyward Sword, because I believe I haven't actually missed a single episode of Skyward Sword yet, and we're like 40 episodes in now at this point, which is pretty awesome. That is the most consistent I've been in a very long time, and I keep saying that, like, in all my update videos. I'm super happy that I've finally reached this point where I don't have too much trouble you know, being consistent with one video, let alone 2. Like, I have been pretty consistent with getting 2 videos out, you know, when the time comes for it. Like, I know Hyrule Warriors Legends sort of took a break here and there, but that's just because there were other more important things that I did need to take care of, like doing adult stuff like taxes, and since all that is done, I have, like, kept up with the Wind Waker Saga and sort of finishing up Linkle's Tale pretty quickly, I would like to think. So we've gotten that far, and I think I can, you know, handle the extra videos, but I do spend a lot of time, like, already recording 2 videos a day. Like, my usual schedule is I wake up at maybe, you know, 10 or 11, I work until, like, 6 just on the videos that I'm uploading that day, then I'll, like, take a break for maybe an hour or 2, come back and prepare videos for tomorrow. Like, I'll do a little bit of prep work, plan out what I want to do, and then I'll go to bed, wake up, record those videos, and that's pretty much how my schedule works. So that's just for, like, 2 videos, and now if I want to do, like, 3 or 4, even more a day, up until I leave, it's gonna take a lot of extra time that I'm not too sure I have. I mean, I know I can be more efficient. Like, I'm not saying I'm some paragon of, you know, work ethic and I work all the time. It's because there's definitely a lot of leeway in my work, and I could probably be more efficient in the way that I do things, but, the one thing that I'm worried about is, like, sacrificing quality for quantity, because I never want to do that. Like, the way that I make videos right now, I'm very happy with the quality of, like, each video and how it sort of turns out as a whole, but I'm afraid that, like, you know, if I do want to increase my workload, I'll have to, like, start cutting corners, as it were, and as a result, my videos might suffer in, you know, maybe the commentary department or maybe the gameplay department, because it might not be up to snuff because I'm sort of rushing a little bit more. And, don't get me wrong, guys, like, I'm not complaining about all this extra work. In fact, this is a good thing to be this busy and be able to produce all these different types of content. Like, this is awesome right now. If anything, like, I'm complaining about going on vacation because, anytime I go on vacation, like, here's the thing, I actually miss being on YouTube. Like, it's such a huge part of, like, who I am, and I've centered, you know, my life around it for the past, like, 4, almost 5 years now, and when I get away from it, I kind of, like, miss it, because there's so many cool things about YouTube. Like, it's a huge social aspect for me, like, being able to read the comments every single day, or as they sort of come in when I upload a video, or just doing anything related to YouTube is so much fun to me that, you know, when I do leave on, like, longer vacations and I'm not, like, at my desk working or constantly uploading videos and reading the feedback, I do miss it. Like, I love YouTube, I love what I do, I'm not complaining whatsoever about what I do. I'm just saying that, yeah, I'm gonna be busy, and I hope that during these busy moments, all the videos that I make are up to snuff and are what you guys would expect normally from this channel, and hopefully I can produce everything that I want to make in time. That way you guys can enjoy it, and I can, you know, just relax a little bit and just watch as these videos go up, and then come back to YouTube feeling a little more refreshed, I guess, because I do have a feeling that, if I manage to make all this content and get it all ready to go, that I will feel kind of burned out. Like right now, I'm actually not burned out at all on YouTube, and that's really good to say because I feel like that can happen very easily as a gaming content creator, especially if you play the same game over and over and over again. Like, for instance, I record like Skyward Sword daily, so I'm constantly playing that game, and normally that would get stale after a while, but surprisingly, Skyward Sword hasn't like gotten stale for me whatsoever. So I'm not sure if it's like the way that I'm recording this series, or that I've done like mini sort of let's plays like Hyrule Warriors Legends sort of in between, or what, but I'm thoroughly enjoying like everything that I'm doing right now, and I don't feel burned out whatsoever. But I imagine that if I press myself too hard, I will start to feel a little burned out, and hopefully that doesn't happen, or if it does happen, it happens just in time where I can go away, take these vacations, and come back feeling refreshed. Honestly though, like my biggest concern throughout all this is keeping my voice, because I've had issues in the past where like I'll record a ton at once and just like completely lose my voice. So I really hope that doesn't happen, but I have learned some new like vocal tricks since then to sort of, you know, warm up and cool down my vocal cords after and before I go and record, because like really your vocal cords are just as much a muscle as like anything else. So when you do like a proper workout, obviously you do like sort of a warm up, then you do like your main extraneous workout, and then you do normally like a cool down style workout. So I've started sort of like doing that with my vocal cords, where now instead of spending like, you know, just 30 or 40 minutes warming up my vocal cords and probably actually putting more strain on them than I should, what I've started doing is when I wake up, I start like humming, and I'll just like hum, you know, as I'm randomly doing stuff during my morning routine, like, you know, when I'm getting ready for the day, when I'm making lunch or something, or like when I'm just checking the news on my computer. And if I do that like throughout my morning before I go to record, by the time I'm ready to record, I find that my vocal cords are already warmed up and loose and ready to, you know, speak properly. And then, you know, I do the same thing after I finish recording. Like I'll just hum for a little bit just to sort of like cool down everything and relax the muscles, get them back to a normal state, if you will, because like commentating and stuff like that, the way I talk, it does sort of put a little bit of strain on the vocal cords, and I can feel that after recording for a long period of time. And I feel like my old way of warming up my vocal cords, where I would just do exercises and scales, and even sometimes I would just like try and be as loud as I possibly could in like a short period of time, was putting more strain on my vocal cords and doing less good than this newer method that I found that I've been trying out recently. So yeah, I've been doing that recently, and so far it's been working, so I'm probably going to keep doing that. And I guess that would be like a good tip for you guys as well. Like if any of you guys are in school, like taking any sort of speech class or debate class, stuff like that, like it'd probably be a good idea for you guys to sort of warm up your voices. That way you're prepared and a little more confident for those classes. Like a couple of other things that I do is sometimes like I do have trouble enunciating words with like the S sound. So whenever I notice like I'm having issues with that, like the first thing I do is usually grab a glass of water, because a lot of the times, like if you're having trouble saying a specific word, just having more like lubrication in your mouth can help that out a lot. Like it makes it so your mouth can form those shapes to pronounce those words a little bit quicker and easier on you. So like I usually take a drink of water, and then if I'm having like a really bad day, I'll do like tongue twisters. So stuff like that can really help out. Like she sells seashells by the seashore. Like I'll run through that a couple of times just so my mouth gets used to making the S sound, and then that usually fixes the issue for me, and then I can just like continue commentating no problem whatsoever. On top of that, I also do like sometimes I'll exercise my lips by making the brrr sound and stuff like that. I think it's called making a raspberry is what that like noise is called. But if you do that for a little while, that can also loosen up the muscles that sort of are in your lips and help you form like the correct shapes to enunciate a little bit better, just a little bit easier because your muscles are already loose and stuff like that. So I guess those are like your Matt's Pro commentary tips for the day. Honestly, like I'm not even sure what sort of brought that up. Like, I feel like I just rambled on for a really long time without, like, any reason behind it whatsoever. So I guess you guys can, like, take that as you will, I suppose. And, I'll go back to, like, killing some of these giant icy Poes. I feel like we should be getting close to the end of this mission, but at the same time, I feel like there's still a whole lot left. Although, last time, like, I did play this mission, I do remember getting to around this point and being close to done, so hopefully that is the case. Like, that is one thing I will say, I don't really practice for these videos as much as I probably should. Like, normally, I'll go and practice the day before, like, recording something just so I know what I have to do, but, I played these missions a really long time ago, like, when I first got the game, and, haven't really played them since. So it's been a while, and I'm just sort of like basing what I do off of my vague memories of playing these missions. So yeah, they're probably not exactly the most accurate memories, I guess you could say. But hey, we're not doing a terrible job, I'd like to think. Like, I feel like I'm doing this as fast as I possibly could, although I am, like, mainly using Link, and there's a reason for that. Just Link is so good in this mission, I feel, because although it does take a while to get everywhere as one specific character, Link can just deal with everybody so easily. And yeah, that is something I just noticed. There's no, like, warp owl statues on this map whatsoever, so you really do need to, like, just walk everywhere as one character if you want to, which obviously is pretty much like how it was on the Wii U version of this game. But seeing as how they added owl statues to pretty much every single other map, it's kind of odd that they didn't add it into this map. But I suppose because of this mission in particular, they wanted to make it a little bit harder and not make it so easy to just warp around and get to where you need to go super quickly, because, you know, having, like, the time needed to walk around does add to the overall tension of this mission, since you need to constantly keep an eye out for dark forces headed towards Sia and the allied base, and you want to make sure no one has the chance to even touch her. And if you're only playing as one character, like pretty much I am, like, I do swap occasionally if I need to, but I am, like, mostly sticking with Link. But yeah, if you are playing as one character, it means you have to juggle, like, a couple more things. But I would recommend probably playing as Link the most in this chapter, just because he is the best at, like, dealing with all these threats, and then, you know, swap when you absolutely need to. So that's what I would do, at least. And then, of course, you know, capture all the keeps, because that does limit the amount of enemies showing up dramatically. Like, if you do maintain control of all these keeps, the amount of enemies that can actually get through to Sia is limited so much, because they have to take a very specific route as to not make sure they go through, like, any other keeps, because if they enter a keep, they're gonna get, like, distracted and slowed down and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely maintaining control helps you out a lot. Anyways, let's get rid of more of these Poes and see what's next. Hopefully not too many more waves, because I feel like we're sort of at the point now where this mission is just dragging on a lot longer than it needs to. So hopefully we're getting close to it being over. That would be great. Like, I know sort of as soon as the boss appears, like, there's two other larger threats that appear, but you do not need to deal with them. You can just go and take out the boss directly. So that's probably what I'm going to do in order to save us just a little more time. But I still need to take out a few more of these enemies and get past this next wave. I think there's just a yeah, the advanced summoner that I need to take out over here. So let's get rid of this guy, and maybe that will do it. Not entirely sure. I guess there's only one way to find out, though, so don't you disappear on me, man. Alright, he's gone. And is that gonna do it, or is there, like, one more wave? There might be one more wave. Not too sure. Yeah, no more reinforcements. Hooray! I think we're finally at the end, guys. Oh, that would be fantastic. Alright, so assuming we are at the end, I'm actually going to try and make my way outside. Also, I did notice on the map there is another pulsating red dot, which means this is like a larger target, but that's good anyways, because this is pretty much where I wanted to go, since the sort of boss for this mission does actually appear out in this area anyway. So being out here is not the worst thing in the world, and gosh dang it, man, I can't believe he actually froze me. Can you just please die? Like, nobody likes you, you freaking annoying Redead. Jeez. Okay, maybe that was like a little harsh, but come on, he was just being a little obnoxious. Anyways, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the monsters, Dark Sia and Dark Link should spawn any second now. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be 2 Dark Links, and we could go after both of them, but instead of doing that, I'm just going to rush towards Dark Sia and take her out, because we do have control of, like, all the keeps, and I'm fairly certain, like, the other characters on the map should be able to slow down the Dark Links long enough. That way we can take out Dark Sia before they reach normal Sia, and deal enough damage to her, which would, like, eventually cause us to fail the mission. So I'm just gonna try and deal as much damage as I possibly can, which shouldn't be too hard, because Dark Sia is really not that big of a threat, at least not for, like, my really high level Link. So come on, let's just keep dishing this out. We're almost, actually we are about halfway done already, and the Dark Links have barely even moved. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about this whatsoever. Let's just keep dishing out this damage as much as we possibly can, and don't you dare try and fight back. That's just rude. You know, I kind of wish, like, my special did a little bit more damage, because I feel like the chunk of damage that it did was really not all that much, but whatever. We'll keep dealing out normal attacks, and whoa, we actually did it. Holy crap, I don't know why that spin attack did so much damage, but Dark Sia has been defeated, and yeah, just like that, the Dark Links and all the other enemies will disappear. So we've essentially completed yet another mission. Not bad, guys, not bad. We survived the enemy gauntlet and saved Sia here at the Temple of Souls. Pretty happy about that, man. Pretty happy indeed. Kind of weird that, like, you know, we saved Sia, but I'm sure, you know, as long as she's not crazy, she'll be like a useful ally here in the future. But there's only one more Wind Waker mission after this, so we'll see just how helpful she'll actually be. But with that, we're done with this mission. Good job, guys. Good job. Alright, so only took us 17 minutes. Man, that feels like it took us a lot longer than 17 minutes, but oh well, I guess that's sort of how it goes. So very quickly, let's do a little bit of inventory management and get rid of some of these weapons that I don't really need. So I'll take the rupees for those, and more weapons. Gosh dang it, man, what did I collect while I was going through that mission? Alright, can I just get rid of, like, all of these? I wish there was a way, like, to get rid of everything that was below a certain, like, damage number, because some of these are just, like, entirely useless, but whatever. There we go. We'll collect our materials, and with that, we are done with this video. There's only one more mission in the Wind Waker Saga, and then we will have covered everything exclusive on the 3DS version of Legend Mode. So that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.